Wake Up with Witcher. Here's meteorologist Mike Witcher from the East Tennessee Weather Center.
Good morning, happy Friday. Grab your cup of coffee. Let's get this day started. This morning's Wake Up with Witcher is sponsored by Jiffy Lube Multi-Care. They do have 9 locations around East Tennessee, from Knoxville, Maryville to Clinton. You can visit them online, jiffylubeknoxville.com. And remember, they don't just do oil changes. They have tune-ups and batteries and tire services, cooling systems, and a Jiffy Lube Multi-Care signature service oil change. Of course, brakes and suspension and drivetrains as well. So they don't just do oil changes. They will help you out. If you mention Witcher, East Tennessee Weather, Wake Up with Witcher, you will receive a $20 discount on your next service today from Jiffy Lube Knoxville. So you can visit them online, jiffylubeknoxville.com, for the latest and to get your car serviced today. All right, it's Friday. Happy Friday, everybody. The big old orange suit comes back tomorrow on Saturday. So we've got the checkered tie today. Nice little homecoming football game here against my alma mater, Mississippi State. But, of course, I'm going to be rooting for UT. Let's take you outside and show you a live look now from one of the newest cameras, or the newest live camera, which is, of course, you can get this on the East Tennessee Weather app or online at eastTNweather.com. That's KMNV. That's Monroe County Airport. A nice small airport in Monroe County, but a beautiful one as well. We have a little bit of fog out there showing up this morning. I'll also show you what it looks like in Hardin Valley. We don't have the fog, but we do have the clouds hanging out with us here this morning. And that's really going to be the story here through the morning hours. But again, the fog will lift, the clouds will burn off, and we'll see plenty of sunshine throughout the day. We had 2 record high temperatures yesterday, by the way. We made it to 82 degrees in Knoxville. The record was 79, set back in 1996. Ooh, the year I graduated high school. And 82 in Tri-Cities. Their record was 78, set back in 2022. So it was a warm-up for sure. And good morning, Justin. Justin's joining us from Morristown this morning. Good morning, Justin. How are you this morning? Katrina says, loving the beard, Mike. I'm glad you like the beard. All right, let's get the kids off to school here. Temperatures in the 60s. It's incredibly warm for this time of the year. That's 20 degrees warmer than average, actually. We should be wearing our winter coats heading off to work. We should have frost on our cars early in the morning. It has not been the case, and it is already November 8th. 75 by the time the kids head home from school, by the way. So when you look at the satellite radar, not much going on out there this morning. We do have the clouds hanging out with us. No rain so far, but the best chances to seeing or driving through some fog will be across the mountain counties and the Cumberland Plateau, and that should be about the extent of it here this morning. Again, the fog will burn off, and we'll see more sunshine throughout the afternoon. So current temperatures are in the 50s and 60s. It feels amazing. A little bit cooler along the plateau, a little bit warmer than yesterday, Central Valley and Upper East Tennessee. But either way you slice it and dice it, this big ridge of high pressure continues to dominate, although weakening. Now, we've got several things going on this map this morning. We've got high pressure across the southeastern coastline. We have Hurricane Rafael in the Gulf of Mexico. That's a hot mess. I'll talk about that in a second. And we've got our storm system that's bringing in more snow across Colorado today that it will eject its way out of the Four Corners and into the upper Midwest and drag a cold front through our area. But it does lose steam as it moves its way into the area. So we pick up our timeline this morning. You can see how we'll have plenty of sunshine. High pressure builds in across the Great Lakes. That does draw in some slightly drier air, only for about a day, and then the moisture starts to lift its way back in. Looks pretty impressive by Saturday night, tomorrow night, but I think it's going to be more bark than bite. But that's our cold front that comes through as we get into our Sunday, Monday timeframe. So the forecast for the day today, 50s and 60s now, 70s by lunchtime. Forecast high temperatures today are going to be fantastic. Here's a closer view of those morning clouds that we're dealing with and hanging out with. The fog will burn off, the clouds begin to break up, and here we go. Kids heading home from school, we should have plenty of sunshine. And as we get into the evening rush hour, or if you have outdoor plans or dinner plans here tonight, it should be nice and sunny. It should be a nice sunset around East Tennessee, and it's Friday night, and it's going to be comfortable outside, so a good night for a Friday night fire pit. After temperatures in the 60s and low, mid, and upper 70s here today, we'll start to cool off into the 60s as we head into the evening. Anybody on here? Anybody on here that wants to do a Friday night fire pit? I do. All right, low temperatures tomorrow morning. So I'm going to take you through the weekend now, okay? So typically we start to show you the big picture, but we start the morning off a little bit cooler than this morning. will warm into the mid to 60s as we get into the lunch hour. We'll see increasing clouds, I think, throughout the day on Saturday. Temperatures will be in the 70s. So it's going to be great tailgating weather as we do top out in the low to mid 70s into the 3-4 o'clock hour. And then as we get closer to kickoff time and game time, those temperatures will come back down into the 60s. Now, let's talk about the rain chances. We've been talking about this all week long for Saturday. And I'm still going to hold the football game dry. Could we see a sprinkle or two during the football game? Maybe. Here's what I'm talking about. So Saturday starts off with partly cloudy skies, maybe a little bit of fog across the area. The clouds are going to be increasing. Here comes our cold front Saturday afternoon. So if you have outdoor plans Saturday, all day should be just fine. And it's more bark than bite. What do I mean by that? That looks pretty impressive on the Futurecast, right? Like, here we go. We're going to have rain showers. But look at that. That takes us through 7 o'clock on Saturday night. Let me switch over to what actually could reach the surface, and that kind of tells the rest of the story, right? So we're not going to get a lot of this to translate to the surface. So I think we're going to be dry through the evening hours. If we do get some rain, maybe a quick little light sprinkle or two, but I don't think we're going to see a whole lot. Now that's going to change as we head from Saturday night and then through the day on Sunday. Although we're not talking about a big washout. We're not talking about drought-busting rain. We are just talking about Janelle's in for a fire pit. There we go. I see that right there. Yay! Let's get a fire pit, babe. All right, here we go. So then through the day on Sunday, I think it's just going to be overcast, gray, and kind of a dreary, damp day, not necessarily a wet day per se. Does that make sense? Because when you add up the rainfall from Saturday night and then all day Sunday, while we have a better chance of accumulating rainfall, maybe up to half an inch across the plateau, I think most of us will see very light rain and less than 1/10 of an inch. So not a huge rainmaker, and it's not expected to be a huge rainmaker, and it never was, right? Rain chances come down. Now, we do have a 30% chance on Veterans Day on Monday because there is a possibility of a disturbance to spark off a few showers. So something to keep in mind if you're heading off to the Veterans Day parade on Monday. And, of course, I'll keep you posted on how this might change as we get into the weekend. But the middle part of next week, those rain chances ramp up. And it looks like we've got a pretty good system on the way by the middle part of next week, which could add up to more rain, maybe half an inch, maybe an inch, maybe an inch and a half of rain, which if that does take place Wednesday and Thursday, that's going to be the most rain we have seen since Hurricane Helene and the rain leading up to Helene. Now, again, Helene didn't produce all the rainfall. It was the rainfall ahead of Helene, but either way you look at it. And speaking of which, remember, I'm raising money for a great cause, the Bread Basket. It's a food pantry in Cott County to help the flood victims from Helene and the rain showers that we had up there in the flooding. And so we've been growing our beards out, right, gentlemen? For No Shave November, I will post on social media today, and I'll put a link at the top of the app today on where you can donate for the Bread Basket if you're looking to do something like that. All right, let's switch gears. Let's talk about the hot mess in the Gulf of Mexico. Here's Hurricane Rafael, Category 3. It is the first Category 3 hurricane, major hurricane, in the month of November since, I think the 80s or something like that is what I read. But look at the storm. It just is like, I don't know which way you want to go. I don't know which way I'm going to go. I'm going to go north, and I'm going to come south. It's crazy. Poor National Hurricane Center is going, I don't know. Let's just throw some spaghetti on the table and see where it goes. Because still, I'm surprised that they take it south, to be honest with you. I can understand the curve back to the north, which is different from what we were talking about yesterday. Because the trough that heads our way through the middle part of the week, well, this weekend and the middle part of the week, looks like it could pick up some of that energy from Rafael. So we'll see how it all plays out. But either way you slice it and dice it, at the beginning of the storm system, we're like, okay, maybe we could get some tropical moisture this weekend associated with that. Well, that's not going to be the case. Lee, that is going to be a perfect day to be working on the golf course today. Great weather on the way. Great weather on the way. So Tom says, what else is new? Rain on the Vets Parade. Keep your eyes out. You might see a Jeep or two. Hint, hint. Wink, wink. Love it. Love it, Tom. All right, so temperature trend, at least we start to come down. We get rid of the upper 70s to the low 80s. We come back down closer to those seasonal averages. Still above average, by the way. Average high for this time of year is 63. Sunday is going to be the coolest day with overcast, dreary, damp conditions. We'll only make it into the mid to upper 70s. There may be some cooler and drier air that sets up shop as we get into the latter part of next week, and our dew points will reflect that. You see how dew points come down? The down into the mid-40s. That's going to be the drier air, which would translate to chillier morning low temperatures. More seasonable lows on the way, possibly by next, say, Friday. It's a ways. We still have a long ways to go, and we'll see how it all plays out. But generally speaking, the Climate Prediction Center is still predicting above average temperatures through the 22nd of the month. Now, all that means is above 63. Doesn't mean 70s. It doesn't mean 80s. It just means warmer than our average. Here's your 7-day forecast. We'll see those temperatures come down all the way through Sunday, come back up a little bit Monday, Tuesday. Next storm system comes through Wednesday, Thursday, elevating our rain chances and bringing us, hopefully, some drought-busting, much-needed rain. What's up, Robin? Long time no talk, my friend. Robin used to babysit our kids back in the day when they were little tiny munchkins and babies. All right, here we go. If you are joining us on Facebook, remember you can get live weather updates on Facebook. I also have the live weather update going on the app itself right now. So make sure you check that out with the East Tennessee Weather app. Let's see if it's still playing. It should be front and center of the app itself, and it is. So if you don't open up the app, you can get any live broadcast front and center right there at the top of the East Tennessee Weather app, and of course online at eastTNweather.com. Don't forget I'm on Roku TV, Amazon Fire, and YouTube. So go smash and subscribe to that YouTube button. It always helps out. Any big things going on this weekend? Of course, we've got the football party that Felicia's been talking about all week long. I forget exactly the times and whatnot, Felicia. It's in South Knoxville, I believe, at the Food City, I think. Becky says, yay, love those temps next week. Yes, it's going to feel a lot more comfortable. But I don't know about you, but it's not like I'm like dying to get down into the 30s and 40s for low temperatures. We need the rain. But believe it or not, Buck, the rain doesn't necessarily help the allergies. Just an FYI, it's the cooler temperatures. The colder the air, the more dense it is, the more that those pollens sit down closer to the ground. Typically in fall, though, we get the mold pollen is on the higher side because of the leaves. You get a lot of mold around East Tennessee this time of the year. The wind never helps. We haven't had too windy of a fall so far. Typically, fall is pretty windy, which has been great because it's definitely mitigated the fire season that we typically would have in the month of October. Even though it was extremely dry, we just didn't have a lot of wind and stuff like that. So fire season was pretty lackluster this year for us here locally. Thank goodness for that. Lee says it was rather warm playing golf yesterday. Yeah, it was like warm. And like the sweat factor's up because dew points are elevated as well. Buck. Come on, colder weather. Buck can't breathe. We need some colder weather to knock this pollen out of the atmosphere, don't we? Yeah, I think we do. I think we do. Hey, by the way, I got a text message from Yavanka. They had the big blood drive, and so she gave me some numbers. They collected the other day. They collected 259 units of blood, which is 777 lives saved. So if you went out and donated blood due to the blood drive that I was talking about, congratulations to you. You helped save a life, which is amazing. That's just in one day, 777 lives saved due to the amount of blood that was given. That's a big shout out this morning. That's great. And I know we've had lots of blood drives going on. I've seen people post them on social media. So there was just another one, and it all helps our local community because all of it stays here as well. Becky says she agrees with you, Buck. Katrina says, well then, shall we? All right, let's dance. We'll take you back outside to Monroe County here. Excuse me. I've looked there in Monroe County, a little bit of fog showing up here this morning. But, of course, we want to talk about national holidays, don't we? Don't we, my friends? We do. So national holidays for the day today. Of course, it's November 8th. We're celebrating birthdays and events that are happening today and, of course, this weekend. Today is National STEM or STEAM Day. When they changed it to STEAM, I was like, what's STEAM? Yeah. It's a National STEM and STEAM Day. Great program that has been started with the youngsters learning about science and technology. mathematics, all great stuff because it's all stuff that we use every single day. And I think it makes it more fun. It's National Parents as Teachers Day. Congratulations to all you parents. We are teachers every single day, aren't we? Even if the kids don't listen to us all the time. Sometimes they listen to other people or teachers better than they listen to their parents. But here we are, trying to train and teach our kids to be the best humans possible. It's National Harvey Wallbanger Day. Anybody know who Harvey Wallbanger is? Looks like a cocktail. National Harvey Wallbanger Day is November 8th, recognizes a fruity and spirited cocktail made with 3 parts vodka, 1 part Galliano, whatever that is, and 6 parts orange juice. Pour into a highball glass and garnish with an orange slice and maraschino cherry. There we go. I had no idea who Harvey Wallbanger was. And it's National Cappuccino Day. Big shout out to cappuccino drinkers. Love me some cappuccino. I also love espresso, just plain, with a shot of caramel in it. But since we are not going to be here this weekend, let's go and see what's going on Saturday for November 9th, of course, celebrating birthdays and events. We've got National Louisiana Day on November 9th. Microtia Awareness Day is tomorrow. National Scrapple Day. Uh-oh. Is my wife still on here? Has anybody here on this program had Scrapple? Does anybody know what Scrapple is? I will have to tell you that just don't research what it is. Kind of like Spam, right? Don't research what it is. Just eat it. It's actually really good if you fry it in a frying pan, cut it really thin. It's like one of those weird tastes that like you kind of like it and you kind of like, I don't know if I like that or not. All right, let's see what's going on Sunday for our national holidays. Of course, if you're celebrating a birthday this weekend, happy birthday to you. National Civic Pride Day. It's National Vanilla Cupcake Day on Sunday. National Forget-Me-Not Day. Great day to do that. And it's the United States Marine Corps birthday on Sunday. Big shout out. And National Forget-Me-Not Day says... National Forget-Me-Not Day on November 10th reminds Americans of the sacrifices returning soldiers have made of body, blood, and limb. Created in 1921, the day reminds Americans that National Forget-Me-Not Day originally raised funds for services for returning injured soldiers. At the time, the existing hospitals were insufficient to support the numbers of returning disabled veterans. And if you are a veteran, of course, we're thinking about you. Thank you so much for your service. And, of course, Veterans Day is on Monday. Let's hope that the parade doesn't get rained out. We'll see how it all plays out this weekend. Those are your national holidays here this morning, so we'll take you back outside and show you what it looks like in Hardin Valley. Again, those overcast gray skies will break up throughout the day today. We'll see more sunshine on the way. Great stuff going on. Janelle says, yum. Yum to Scrapple. She likey the Scrapple. She does like the Scrapple. It's pretty good. Highly recommend it if you've never had it. She says, it makes me miss my Grammy. I never had Scrapple, by the way, until the Ashmans came around. Is it Spam? No, it's not Spam. It's different than Spam. I think it comes in like a can like Spam. Becky says she can get into Cupcake Day. Janelle says, Kimberly, it's so much better than Spam. Way better than Spam. Love veterans, respect veterans, says Buck. Chocolate cupcakes, but we're talking about vanilla cupcakes. Not chocolate this weekend. You're just going to have to stick with the vanilla this weekend, Kimberly. Bless the veterans, says Katrina. Eva says, thanks to all the veterans, past, present, and future. Amen to that. Your dad is buried in the Great Lakes National Cemetery. That's amazing. I mean, not that he's buried, but that he's buried there. Mel says, it seems to rain here most Veterans Day. Yeah, 'tis the season. We're coming out of the driest month of the year, and rain typically starts to ramp up as we get into November, December, and January, some of our wettest months of the year. Big shout out to Cheryl's husband this morning. He was a veteran as well. It's not Spam, bro. It's Scrapple. Fuck, tell me you've had Scrapple. You look like a guy that would have ventured into the Scrapple food thing. Good morning, Don. How are you this morning? Becky's a vanilla cupcake girl. Ice cream? Nah, you're boring. Not boring. Vanilla's good. Who says vanilla has to be boring? Especially if it's made with whole, fresh vanilla. That's when it's amazing. Not like the imitation stuff, right? Homemade vanilla is the best. Oh, Pepperelli was last Friday night. My bad. I'm getting my days all mixed up there, Felicia. Well, what's going on this weekend? Chris says, never regret being a vet. Salute to you all, and salute to you as well, my friend. Anybody going to be heading off to the Veterans Day Parade on Monday? Anybody have anything crazy going on? Anybody going to watch? What's the football score this weekend, Buck? I know you haven't put it on here yet. What's going to be the score of the football game? I should have wore a little bit of red, just a little bit. Represent my alma mater. That's where I got my meteorology degree from, was Mississippi State. Never stepped foot on campus though. Never did that. Kimberly says, Mike, I have to say, your beard looks good. Thank you. Is it feeling okay? Look okay? Does it look too scruffy for TV purposes? Are we having fun, gentlemen? Are you still growing yours? Hopefully you are. And we looked at Lee's yesterday. Ooh, we got some great stuff coming in. Lisa Gibson, here's some great photos being sent in through the Witcher's Pictures link. This is a great one right there. Right there. Lisa says that it was from Seymour. Ooh, there we go. There we go. Sandra, this is from the rooftop in the Embassy. If you've never been into the downtown area, Embassy, got a great rooftop bar and restaurant up top. Great stuff right there, Sandra. Big shout out to Sandra for grabbing that one this morning. That was awesome. I think that's all we have. That's all we have for pictures on Witcher's Pictures this morning. Try to air those as much as possible. Becky says she loves the beard. Thanks, Becky. I appreciate that. Jerry's thankful for our vets. All right, so the Christmas market at Ramsey House, Saturday, 10-4. From 10 to 4. If you want to go down there, check out the Christmas market at the Ramsey House. All right, Justin's going Vols 35, Mississippi State 21. Go Big Orange, my friend. That's a good say. Bucks going 48-7. 48-7. You think it's gonna be that high of a score? I'm gonna go a little bit more with Justin on this one, Buck. It is getting scruffier, my friend. Great photos this morning. Don't forget to upload those to Witcher's Pictures, by the way. If you grab any photos this weekend, whether it be, not too many of you actually post pictures. I know I'm a weatherman, but not too many of you post pictures of yourself, of your family. I like to see a subject in the photo. Mel loves that view, Sandra. You owe, so it's off to work you go. That's the rest of us as well. Tom, we owe. Have a great day as well, my friend. Becky says, thanks to all the vets for your service and sacrifice. And I will be broadcasting live Monday morning. So if you want to tune in Monday morning, I know a lot of businesses and stuff will be closed. And Katrina, I sure hope you have a great day today as well. It is 7:23, so we'll cue the music. Don't forget to get an oil change this weekend or a service from Jiffy Lube. They've got 9 locations around East Tennessee. So visit them online, jiffylubeknoxville.com, to find that location near you. If you mention Witcher, Wake Up with Witcher, that funny weather dude, it doesn't matter. Call me whatever you want. I've got thick skin. But mention that, and you'll get a $20 discount on your next service. And it seems like it's going to be a perfect weekend to do that. Get some stuff done. Tomorrow's going to be the best day of the weekend, by the way. And then remember that we're talking about the chance for rain showers to increase as we head into our Sunday. I don't think it's going to be a big doozy of a rain event, but I do think that we will have some scattered rain showers on Sunday, and that will help to, not bring us a ton. We'll probably get more as we get into Wednesday of next week, as we highlight a little bit of a stronger system, if you will. But the Rockies, man, I tell you what, the Rockies have been just getting rocked. See if I can show you a quick little photo from my family, because they have been playing in the snow. Let's see. I mean, this is how much snow they have gotten in Colorado just this week. Just this week. Stay with me. I've got you covered here, my friends. It's coming on board. Where'd it go? There it is. This is the snow from Colorado from Janelle's parents' house. Look at how much snow they've already gotten. They've been out there shoveling several days in a row to try get that, to take care of that. Oh my gosh, crazy, huh? So we better watch what we wish for, you know, because one day we will have snow as well. Hopefully not too soon, right? Hopefully not too soon. Anyways, I hope you have a great Friday. I hope you enjoy your weekend. No Wake Up with Witcher Saturday and Sunday, but we'll be back on Monday morning on Veterans Day. If you missed any of the forecast, I always send you back to the 24-hour weather channel, and then we'll shut the stream down for the day. Have a great weekend. Be safe. Be kind to each other. Life is short. And go Big Orange! See you Monday.
From the East Tennessee Weather Center, here's your morning weather update with meteorologist Mike Witcher.
And good morning. Happy Friday, everybody. Sure hope you had a great week this week. It's been an incredibly warm week. Somebody turned on the furnace, I think. There are some changes as we head through the weekend into next week. And yes, some cooler and drier air sets up shop by the end of next week. We got a lot going on, a lot to talk about. So let's first things first, start you off with the almanac from yesterday, as we did have some record high temperatures yesterday. Knoxville broke the record of 82. The old record is 79. We also had a record high in Tri-Cities of 82. The old record of 78. Set back in 2022. High pressure has been the name of the game. We got Rafael in the Gulf of Mexico. That's a hot mess. I'll talk about that here in a second. And then Sunday's storm system. And then another one lines up behind that for next Wednesday, Thursday, which of course I'll show you with your 7-day forecast and of course your rainfall forecast as well. So for the next couple of days, we've got morning clouds this morning, plenty of sunshine, high pressure building in from the north. There's our next storm system. It approaches as we get through the weekend. And it looks like Saturday night, or most of Saturday, will be dry, but rain does increase Saturday night into Sunday morning. So you're finally Friday's forecast. Here we go. 60s this morning, 70s by the lunch hour. A great lunch hour. Again, morning clouds hang out with us here this morning. But as we get past the lunch hour, that's when we'll start to see the clouds break and some sunshine returning to the area as some slightly drier air sets up shop. So it's going to be a nice afternoon and a nice Friday evening if you have any sort of evening plans. Of course, it's homecoming this weekend, so a lot of families are coming to town to head off to the football game and see their kids. So 60s, 70s, even some pockets of near 80 degrees down across the Southern Valley, which also translates into a very comfortable evening. We'll be in the mid-60s by 8 o'clock here tonight. So let's talk about the football game. Kickoff at 7 o'clock on Saturday night. We start off comfortable Saturday morning. Saturday afternoon, we'll be in the mid-60s. And then we'll climb into the mid to upper 60s to low 70s during the afternoon hours. And by the time we get closer to kickoff, temps will come back down into the 60s. So it's going to be warm in the direct sunlight. We'll have plenty of sunshine, but the clouds will be on the increase. And as I mentioned, there's a chance of rain, but I think it's going to hold out for the football game. Let me explain. High temperatures only make it into the low to mid 70s. So a little bit cooler, a little bit more seasonable, not nearly as hot. We'll get rid of the 80s for a little bit. We start off with some patchy dense fog and a few clouds early Saturday morning. Clouds will be on the increase, but quite a bit of sunshine. I think if you're heading off doing some tailgating by noon, here come those high thin clouds, okay? Here's 3 o'clock in the afternoon. You can see the rain showers off to our west. Now, don't be fooled by this radar. I don't think this is going to produce a lot of precipitation. I think this is more bark than bite on the radar. Do we have some rain showers for the Cumberland Plateau? Possible, yes, by 7 o'clock on Saturday night for kickoff. But if you're going to be in downtown Knoxville, I just don't think that we will. If we see anything, maybe a sprinkle or two. Most of this activity comes through during the overnight hours. So you can clearly see it doesn't translate to a lot of precipitation at the surface. So more bark than bite. Saturday night into Sunday morning, here comes the system. It's going to continue to swing its way on through the area. So we will have some scattered showers. I don't think it's going to be a total washout Sunday morning, but we will have some wet roads to get our Sunday morning started. And then through the day on Sunday, kind of overcast, gray, a little bit cooler, and I think we'll have some scattered light rain showers. But when you add it all up from, say, Saturday into Sunday, again, not a ton, could see less than half an inch of rain across parts of the Cumberland Plateau, and I think the Plateau will get the majority of the rain. So don't expect a lot of rainfall as we get through the upcoming weekend. Even though I do have a 60% chance of rain on Sunday, that doesn't tell the whole story, remember? I still think we'll have some measurable precipitation around the East Tennessee. It's just not going to be a deluge. So percentages don't tell you the whole story. It doesn't tell you timing, duration, intensity, and or rainfall totals. Still have about a 20 to 30% chance of rain on Monday for Veterans Day. If we get another shot of energy, which looks like it's possible, it'll spark off some more rain showers. So stay tuned for that. We'll dry out on Tuesday, and then our rain chances ramp up Wednesday into Thursday as yet another system heads our way. So when you take all these rainfall days, this takes us through Sunday. Then we'll all go all the way through next Tuesday. Not much rainfall from what we'll see this weekend, and then we'll add to more of that as we get into Wednesday, Thursday. So your 7-day rainfall totals, we could in some locations see anywhere from a half an inch to over an inch and a half of rain. Much needed rain. Not to mention, this is the most rain we've seen since the latter part of September and Helene. Now, no flooding is expected with this system as well. All right, this is a hot mess. Hurricane Rafael, not quite sure where it's going to go. National Hurricane Center now has it curving northward and then curving back southward. So this is just a big old hot mess of nobody knows exactly where this thing's going to go. The trough doesn't look like it's going to pick it up, although I've been talking about this all week long as well. The trough that heads our way as we get into the weekend, some of the models look like it kind of picks up that energy and kicks it on out of here. So we'll see what the National Hurricane Center does. Cooling trend. How about this? Back closer to those seasonal averages on Sunday. We come back up. Still very comfortable weather on the way, just not too warm. It's going to feel a lot more comfortable here as we head through the next 5 to 7 days. Average highs in the low 60s. We're going to be trending above that. Dew points stay elevated all the way through Monday. Dew points come down Tuesday, Wednesday, and even more so Thursday and Friday, which translates into chillier morning lows as we get into next week as well, and more seasonable feeling to the air. Yes, it's been a hot one for sure, but here we go. Even though our averages are in the low 60s, all this means is that we could be trending above average, which means warmer than, say, 63 degrees. That's pretty much the gist of it there. So do anticipate some elevated rain chances as we get into our Sunday. We'll dry out as we get into the start of next week, and then more rain chances ramp back up as we get into Wednesday and Thursday of next week as well. Make sure you track the rain, your daily forecast, weather updates, and all the weather all the time with the East Tennessee Weather app. It's a free app download. Just search eastTNweather, all one word, or go visit eastTNweather.com. I do have links to download the app right there at the top of the website. Boy, it's nice to say it's Friday. Happy Friday. Have a great day and enjoy your weekend.